Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84. It's the 11th of October and at last we've got some sunshine, as you can see. Temperature is currently 10 degrees centigrade, which is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And the reason I'm sitting here and commenting on the temperature is a couple of people have asked me what I do with my tropical fruit plants in winter, as we're in cold climate UK, and where do I put them and when do they come inside? Well, the answer to where I put them is they all come into my kitchen. Now I'm fortunate enough that although this is a small house, it's got quite a large kitchen, and if I just turn the camera slightly sideways, hopefully you'll be able to see. It's hard because the sun's shining on my face, but I've got glass doors that run across the end of my kitchen, so that means that I can put plants, let's put this back here where it is, I can put plants inside. Now temperature wise, you can see I've got quite a range of tropical plants behind me, and what I've done here is I've set myself a minimum temperature of 5 degrees centigrade, which is 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Now most of the tropicals will, to a degree, tolerate down to 5 degrees as long as it's only a short drop at night. So in the next, I try to keep the plants outside until the end of October. That's the theory, but I'll watch the nighttime temperatures very closely for the next week to 10 days on the long-term weather forecast, because what I'm looking for is that is my key stop point of 5 degrees centigrade. I'm prepared to leave them outside till it gets that low, but if it looks like it's going to get to below 5 degrees in the next week to 10 days then I'd look at bringing the plants inside, certainly the ones that are a little bit more tender. Now I am taking a bit of a risk with some of them because among others behind me I've got Sapodillas and Canistels, and they can get really fussy when the temperature gets down to about 5 degrees, but I've got to get them adapted to those cooler temperatures here, because I really don't want to have them in the house for 7 or 8 months of the year. So I try to get them out in the spring in about May, and obviously I try to keep them out to the end of October, which leaves me with November, December, January, February, March, April. That still leaves me with them 6 months in my kitchen, which is a bit of a nuisance. Now I'm hoping excuse me, obviously I am working on getting this shed cum summer house built, but unfortunately it's not coming till January, and I was hoping to be able to overwinter some of the less tender subtropicals like the citrus in there, keep them nice and dry and not have them in my kitchen, and then reserve the kitchen for the more tropical plants like the tamarillos, ice cream bean, cherimoyas, custard apples, canistel, rose apples, sapodillas, etc, etc. I've got one papaya plant that's still alive, and I've already taken that inside because they're really fussy and they really don't like to go below 10 degrees centigrade or 50 Fahrenheit. And I've obviously got my fairly new starfruit or carambola inside, because that came in shocking half dead condition when it arrived, and I've obviously had to leave that in the kitchen to try and nurse it back to health. That's doing quite well. So as you can probably see behind me, I've got quite a mix of tropicals there. And so there's grimichamas, there's various guavas, there's various citrus. As I said, there's canistel, there's my strawberry guava. The strawberry guava's a little bit harder. That would probably take down to 1 or 2 degrees above freezing without major problems. But what I tend to do is bring them all inside at the same time, and I normally hope it's going to coincide with a Sunday, because obviously if I'm working Monday through to Saturday, Sunday's the day when I really want to bring the plants inside, which is why I have to monitor the temperatures for a good week ahead, so that if it looks like having a very cold day during the middle of the week or even a risk of frost, I can bring them in on the Sunday before. So that's my cut-off temperature here. That's 5 degrees centigrade or 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about as low as I like the tropicals to go, that they're not going to suffer major damage. They're obviously quite tolerant. but no problem. I think the next week or so the nighttime temperatures aren't dropping below about 8 or 9 degrees centigrade in my part of the country near to London, so I'm obviously hoping that's not going to cause any major problems for them. The main problem is when we get really high winds, cold winds, and that can damage the leaves and the growing tips on a lot of the tropicals. But if it's like this, which is virtually no breeze at all and the sun's out, it's probably going to get up to about 13 degrees centigrade today, so about 55 Fahrenheit. So I hope that's answered anybody who was interested in what temperatures I bring the plants inside at and how I protect them during the winter. Thanks everybody for watching. If you'll give me the video a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Obviously share it with anyone who you think might be interested. Subscribe to my channel as always if you haven't done so already, and if you click the bell you will get updates on new videos as they come out, including when I move the tropicals inside. And when I bring them inside I normally film each one so we can see how it's done over summer and see if there's any pest problems or damage that needs dealing with. So have a lovely rest of the Sunday wherever you are, and I'll catch up with you all in the next video. Brett out for now.